Welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. My name is Tobal. Sarah is taking a bit of a rest here midday. Remember, we are kind of on an overnight schedule with our characters, so unfortunately I let her get really tired because I spent all day reading a bunch of books. So we're at Fabrication 7, Mechanics of 6. I think we upped our tailoring, unarmed combat, and a little bit of marksmanship archery. So Sarah is a wee bit hungry because I didn't really let her eat too much beforehand. So let me go ahead and just shove, oh heck yeah, nothing like a breakfast of delicious peppermint patties to really get you going in the morning. Oh yeah, pretzels. This is basically my life. I don't know how I got into the game, but I did. All right, so we're gonna wait a couple seconds, see if the hunger thing goes down. Not quite. Let's grab another bite here. Let's grab a meat pie, a delicious meat pie. There we go. All of a sudden we went from hungry to full. Let's wait a couple seconds. I bet we're gonna go to peckish. Oh, I rarely see these two stats here. I'm so excited. We're full and hydrated. Yay! That's probably going to go away very quickly. So, what do we do in this episode? Last episode, we talked a little bit about our vehicle, and we were able to do quite a bit of work on it. Let me sneak outside and see if there's any friends right outside the door. Zombie child pretty far away, but otherwise pretty empty around the van. Yeah. So, we've completely destroyed this RV. Now, I pulled off a lot of parts, mostly because we're trying to explore what we want to install and things like that. Now, there's a few things that I found. Number one is I want to work on some tailoring stuff. So I did a little bit of tailoring research because I wanted to familiarize myself with it before we talked. The second thing is I found a wonderful resource for the steel, because we're going to need a lot of steel to make, what are these, hard? I searched for hard panel. Oh, we don't have it here. I think it's plating. Steel plating requires 8 lumps of steel. So guess what a bunch of these vehicles are made of? You guessed it, steel. And guess what's inside of the town? A bunch of super trashed vehicles. And the vehicle that we ran over with our tank last episode. So, what we're going to do is, when nighttime rolls around, I'm going to take our cart out. Well, actually, nighttime's like, now. But we're going to take the cart out and do a bit of recon. I've got some knitting needles in my hand that didn't turn out to really be needed. One other thing that I wanted to talk about is, if we talk and look at crafting. Let's pull up our fancy crafting menu, and let me go sit in my fancy seat, of course, so I can get everything around me. There we go. So we can craft a crap ton of stuff, which is super cool. Right now, we can make a duster? A full-length leather duster coat. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. It needs rags. Yeah, so it needs 24 rags and a crap ton of thread. So we can get an unlimited supply of rags by and large. The way we're going to be doing a lot of our clothing is we can get something like scissors here, pair of scissors. We can activate those scissors in our inventory and then cut up an item. And we can cut up pretty much anything around us. So let's cut up, say for example, this random backpack we have. So we salvaged 7 rags from that backpack. So as far as I know, there's no way to kind of do a repeat my last item sort of a thing. Now, there's a repeat the last thing I crafted, yes, but there's no repeat, like do the same thing again on something else. So we're gonna have to do this manually, and I'll probably do this in kind of like in waves, right? I'll do a few at a time, one episode, and what I want to do is just break down all these clothes we have here into patches, and especially the things that are going to be super helpful. Let me find something like rubber gloves right here. So if I disassemble or I cut up rubber gloves, I'm going to start getting plastic chunks, and that's going to let me craft things that require plastic. The same thing goes with leather. We don't actually have to go down a deer in order for us to find some leather things. Actually, we can take apart these the duffel bag here that's all torn up and different things like that. So I can basically use scissors to cut up whatever I want for rags. Now, the other part of what we were looking at when crafting was thread, right? We saw that. Oh, armor. What kind of armor can we do? Oh, armor. I'm so silly. For some reason, I thought clothing was completely different than armor. I'm just going to be over here in my quiet place. So we can make ourselves an ammo satchel now, which is pretty cool. It does use a skill of 3 for tailoring, so that means that if we are to craft this, it's going to give us a little bit of experience. So that's going to be very helpful. We already have, what is this? Activate to holster or draw your bow. A somewhat complicated straps and fabric to keep your bow close to hand, and mostly out of harm's way. Is this going to be easy enough? It's worn around our waist. So I'm guessing this is actually going to be on our waist now, instead of like if we wear a longbow like we are, it's going to be out of the way if we craft the straps. So that's super cool as well. Awesome. We've got chest ammo pouches, ankle ammo pouches, Freaking Jerry, we can craft a ton of stuff. I'm so excited about all the things we can make right now. We don't have, one of the things that some people mentioned was some kind of a survival suit or survival armor. And I think we're going to need more survival skill to craft that. I don't believe we've got the level of skill required. An armored, impermeable, full body suit that functions as body armor. What? What is this? We would need one hazmat suit, a crap ton of duct tape, Kevlar vest, makeshift. We have the welder stuff that we need. 3 hours and 40 minutes. It's going to have 100% coverage. The encumbrance would be 35 everywhere, right? Head, torso, arms, legs, feet. Warmth of 50. What is this? The Anbc Suit. An armored impermeable full body suit protects as well from nuclear, biological, chemical hazards. It requires a separate gas mask for full protection. This would fit us perfectly. It would completely protect us from electric discharges, any gas, worn over clothing, protects us from radiation, keeps us dry, and will keep you safe from harm and a lot of abuse. That is so freaking nuts. This is a really cool suit, and honestly, I think we can almost make this. We don't have enough duct tape. I don't know where hazmat suits are either. We normally would see radiation or like hazmat zombies, but I don't think I've got them enabled because we have mundane zombies on. What about an AEP suit? Armored environmental protection suit would require a clean suit this time as opposed to the hazmat. That is so cool. I really love this. Scrap suit here is going to provide 90% coverage. What about bashing? So this would all be like 6972, 6962, 1010. The scrap suit looks pretty good. A scrap suit would require a bunch of scrap metal and a bunch of strings. Those are pretty easy to make. Maybe I should look at making some of these really fancy kind of random mishmash of suits we could put together. So one of the things that are really big here, if you can see the same item, is thread. If we want to get more thread, we have a almost limitless resource in the form of curtains here. If we tear down curtains are going to have a long string, which is useful in its own right, as well as sheets. And if we break sheets down, let me see if I can go to my disassembly menu. If I were to break a sheet down, I would get 50 thread and 20 rags. So sheets are actually incredibly helpful for us crafting wise. By the way, I do have some auto pickup things enabled now. I've kind of fleshed this out a bit more. We've got string, card, rucksack, arrow, solder. Pretty much anytime I walk over any of those items, my character is going to instantly pick it up. So in case I don't see something, it's going to help me out just a wee bit. Let me also grab the sheet if I can. It kind of actually does carry have a lot of volume in it. Let's go ahead and wear this one and wield this one. We're basically wrapping ourselves in a sheet. We're a spooky ghost. We're a spoopy zombie apocalypse ghost. Hooray! Wonderful. I can go ahead and drop off all of these items onto, drop the sheet here, and drop the sheets we're carrying, as well as everything else that's in my inventory. Random stuff. Some strings here, thread, cardboard boxes, SD card, plastic baggies, cardboard box of detergent. I think I can just drop that up top too. Yeah, wonderful. We're all set. So yeah, we can basically disassemble things to our heart's content, and at this point, we have enough stuff that we should not have any trouble from here on out with clothing. We should be able to make whatever clothing we want. And really, the level of it, the quality of it, is going to depend on our skill. I want to see if we can dig up some of these rocks. Do these rocks have anything useful? Or is it just a bunch of rocks here? You clean up a pile of rubble. Well, you know what? At least we're in a little bit of a cleaner place now, right? I feel pretty happy about that. What about over here? Same thing? Okay, it's just rubble in the corner. Fair enough. I wonder what we would get if we disassemble tool with hammering of one or more. I bet we get a bunch of chain-related things. That's pretty cool. So this episode, like I mentioned, I want to go into town to start picking up some scrap metal so we can look at crafting more improvements to our vehicle in time. Also, what did that thing need, that scrap suit we just saw? That's going to require, and go to the suit here. Scrap suit's going to require scrap metal, which we should have plenty of that once we come back from our adventure. Chainmail stuff, we're not going to have enough for that right off the bat. We can find leather patches by disassembling leather clothing items, so we should be able to wear a leather cloak. It covers head, torso, arms, and legs with an extra bit of warmth, which will be pretty helpful. Lamellar cuirass is going to be something we could craft as well. Small strings aren't a problem, and again, a ton of leather patches, so we would actually have to have quite a bit to find that, but it's so absolutely cool, all the things we can find to craft. I am never going to get tired of seeing all these amazing items. Snow goggles, safety goggles, swim goggles, balaclavas here. Trying to see if there's anything that really jumps out at me. Survivor fire mask might be kind of useful down the road. Gas mask as well. I want to craft a duster. I love all the stuff we can craft. It's so, so cool. I think we can actually make ourselves cargo pants now too, so we pretty much have a decent supply of pretty warm, comfortable pants. And we don't have much for boots yet. Boots are going to require more leather than we currently have, although we could just wind up going down here, apply our scissors, or skizzers, over to, I don't know, some kind of boots, right? We've got, the winter jacket and pants is something that I want to keep and try to repair. So once our skill gets a little bit higher, I am going to try to repair these winter items, because they're very, very warm. Combat boots. If I tear up these combat boots, sure enough, I've got Kevlar and leather. Same kind of a thing. If I can find myself a leather backpack somewhere, leather backpack. There we go, 7 leather patches from that. So lots of cool stuff we can do with scissors and with tailoring overall. Let me drop this sewing kit, shovel, screwdriver, lighter, scissors. We'll keep the wrench with us. I'll keep the screwdriver too. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy. Oh, did I have my ankle holster on? I think I made that recently. We didn't talk about that at all. Do I have it? Quiver, wristwatch, scabbard. Don't think we did that together. Military rucksack. Yeah, I don't have that on my body. Okay, let's go ahead and light a fire. Oh, by the way, I'll actually need something to light the fire with. I want to use the flint and steel, so we don't have to keep using a reusable or a lighter here, or a refillable lighter. Let's go ahead and craft a couple of things. First off, I'm going to do some storage. We're going to do the ammo satchel, because that's just something we could use. Was it the ammo satchel I wanted to make? Let me go back to that. Sorry. Let's see. Storage is a bunch of storage stuff. I wanted to make for sure. Was it under armor or the bowsling? Here we go. We want to make the bowsling. We'll use the scrap metal, since there's a ton of scrap metal. Hooray! We've got our bowsling. So how do I actually attach the bowsling? Use holster, bowsling. Oh, so we're gonna wear our bowsling. Your torso is your torso, not torso. I thought it said around your waist. Oh, okay. So it's very bulky. We're pretty much getting the same bulk then. Encumbrance of 20. Bowsling has an encumbrance of 7. So not quite as encumbering as our longbow being worn. And then I can apply the bowsling, store the longbow. Okay. That's cool. At least it removes a little bit of the encumbrance on our chest. We've got our bowsling, firefighter belt with crowbar. Those are 2 things at our waist that are causing some trouble. I could probably just put the toolbar down, honestly. Or tool belt, rather. Firefighter belt. I can probably just bring a Halligan bar with me from here on out. Isn't there like a survivor belt somewhere? I feel like I've seen that before. Let me type survivor. No? Did I have to do the full thing? Survivor utility belt. Here it is. Yeah, so if we would need 1 survivor belt. I don't actually know what a survivor belt is made of. That's probably a survival item, to be honest with you. But it would give us everything we would need to pretty much craft anything. It's basically a tool belt around your waist. So it would have all the qualities that you would normally need to have. All right, let me go ahead and grab the Halligan bar just to have it in my inventory. So hopefully we're not fighting our waist right now. Yeah, the bowsling is on its waist, our waist. Our hoodie is a little bit damaged. Our binoculars are strapped to our torso. So is the quiver. So is the rucksack. So a lot of things that are extra and attached to our torso. I still want the rucksack, though, because I don't like the idea, even if we're carrying our cart, of having to stop every 3 seconds and dump everything into the cart. It just takes a lot of time. All right. Otherwise, in crafting items today, we can do... If we start adding more storage things here, we're going to be, we're going to be attaching things to ourselves that will increase our encumbrance level. So I don't really want to go too crazy. I will go ahead and craft this ankle holster out of some thread. You wield your ankle holster. Let's go ahead and wear the ankle holster. And now I can go apply on the ankle holster. Let's put our Glock 22 in there. We'll have that as an emergency. Oh God, everyone's going to kill me, so I'm going to shoot my way out. Awesome. Otherwise, knapsack, leather belt, stuff like that. Pretty common things here. I love how much stuff we can craft. I'm so friggin' excited. Don't think we need anything for our torso. I mean, a duster would be really cool, but we don't need it right now. We're pretty warm. We're pretty cozy. I don't think we have too much problems with anything. I'm going to go ahead and craft maybe 2 cargo pants, 3 cargo pants. See if I can't get a bit of experience here. I want to level... remember, we're trying to work at leveling up our tailoring just a bit. I'm cutting in my exploration time here. It is midnight, and we're only a little bit tired. So we'll go ahead and just drop these items. Cool, we made our lovely cargo pants. Yay, cargo pants. And we'll drop them down here. What's our tailoring skill at? 45% on tailoring. Very cool. All right. So we're all set there. We are warm. We are... What do we have in our inventory? Not too much. Flint and steel, Halligan bar, screwdriver, and a wrench. I think that's all I really want to have tonight. Let's go ahead and head out. We don't... I'm going to fold up the crane just in case we find something that we might want to use. So let's go ahead and check out our vehicle. Are you good? You're actually a little bit damaged. So folding shopping cart basket is a wee bit damaged here. Don't think I brought anything outside, so I need to grab my torch real fast, or one of my torches. Press 1, right, perfect, pick up one of those. I also want to start looking at going to a, what would we call that, the electronics store, to try to find some books about electronics, because we would really want to start working on improving my electronics so I can eventually get the items needed. Dang it, I forgot my stupid goggles. I want to get the item... for UPS conversion. So you're able to change everything over to this unified or whatever the U is in that power supply. So that I think you attach, I don't know the complexity of it. You basically get a box, you attach some kind of charger to the box, and then the box is part of an overall vehicle. And you can charge things with, say, a battery in the vehicle, and then anything you put in the box will get charged by that. I think that's somehow roughly how that's going to work. Basically, we make a universal charger, and we can charge anything that has a normal batteries that we've converted. Didn't make any sense, but we'll get there down the road. I promise. All right, we're going to go grab our... what do I need here? Goggles? Holding goggles. Perfect. One of those. Upstairs we go. I'm going to do a little bit of repair on our cart just because I don't want it to get breathed on and then all of a sudden fall apart. All right, so we're at 24. We're at 13 out of 24 on storage. That's okay. Our cart has tons and tons of space in it right now. 150 space. Cool. Let's grab our cart and start going on our merry adventure. I'm going to go ahead and turn on safe mode. I'm going to try to get over to a vehicle accident. Like even right here, you see how we've got a bunch of stuff here. So what do we have around us? There are 30 chunks of scrap metal, 8 lumps of steel, and a bunch of chunks. So this is actually stuff that we would really need right now. And what if, can I automatically... I can't move something, can I? I don't think so. No, I can't really do that. So let's just do steel. Anything that's steel, we're going to pick up right now, just for the moment. So I'm just going to walk over all of this area, picking pretty much everything up that I walk across until we can't move anymore. We're overburdened, so I'm going to press Shift-D and drop the chunks of steel and lumps of steel into the cart. And there we go. We've got ourselves a bit of chunks of steel and lumps of steel already. What am I leaving behind? Scrap metal? What do we put into scrap metal? Let's see. Steel. If I search for the word steel. Lump of steel requires chunk of steel or scrap metal. Okay, so I actually want to be grabbing metal as well. So my fault. I should have been doing that from the start. How metal of me. Metal. Cool. Very, very cool. So we can just pretty much walk by these wrecks and pick up a bunch of metal that's just lying around. I'll grab that sheet metal there too. Sheet metal, there's another 60-liter tank, which I can wield and then drop into our cart. I love the ability to just pillage anything you need from any kind of vehicle. Now that is like the mystery of the world has been, you know, kind of revealed to us. I feel like we're going to have such a huge advantage now in dealing with anything for a vehicle. Look at this, all this crap lying around. All this lovely steel for us to use and make use of. I want to go over to where we wrecked a vehicle. I don't remember where it was. I don't remember what street it was on. All right, we're a little bit over encumbered here. Steel, metal, steel, wire, stuff like that. Spotted the zombie, safe mode off. Can I walk away? I can walk away. We're at 68 out of 150. Okay, for a second here, let's go ahead and stop worrying about steel and metal for a minute. I'm going to try to get up to the electronics store, and I think this is a home improvement store. Let me move my cursor over things. So this is a bike... Oh, sorry, it's a bike shop. Which one of these is a home improvement store? I thought one of these was. Boxing gym, veterinarian clinic. There's a hardware store right here. Let me go and search for the electronics. Electronics store is right here. Are there two electronic stores here? So there's one here at the A. There's one here at the right symbol. Oh, okay, so it's a yellow caret up, and it's a right caret over. Are they both just different forms of electronic stores? Okay. And the final one is over in Poultney. So if I just go up the road, I'm going to go up to the first intersection, hook right, and then go up the street. Okay. I want to try to get there before the end of the night, hopefully. Let me zoom out just a bit. Safe mode back on, because I love to sprint like this. I just like to hold the button down. Please don't hit my cart. Leave me alone. Did you hit my cart? No. I did bring the acetylene torch with us, so we can do some repairs if the cart gets a little bit too damaged. Making my way downtown. Oh, sorry. Alright, so we are now just outside of the electronics store, I think. I don't want to break it open because I don't want to alarm any of our nocturnal friends here. So let's see if we can sneak along the door. There we go. Walk inside. We'll be nice and polite. Close the door. And see what we're coming across. Alright, cool. So we're seeing a lot of vacuum sealers. I'm going to unload the vacuum sealer instead of grabbing everything from it. What do we have? Transponder circuits, a soldering iron, looks like some solder. We'll grab another. You know what? We'll take one vacuum sealer. I definitely just grabbed two. I completely lied to you guys. Screwdriver, solar cell, RAM. I don't know if RAM is going to be super helpful or not. Smartphone, soldering iron, another soldering iron, some batteries here. SD card, it looked like another cell phone, flashlight. Don't think I need that. We'll grab the radio and the antenna. I have no idea what's going to be useful, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of grabbing everything from the electronics store out of just pure panic, really. Let's be honest. Another RV here with, looks like actually everything's operational. The engine's a bit faulty. If we hit both RVs together really hard, can we form like one super RV? I feel like we could. Let's grab a couple things. Firefighter belt would give us a little bit of... I think it's going to give us a little bit of leather if we break that down. Turnout. What would a turnout coat give us? Repaired with. It's made of Kevlar and Nomex. I think I want to grab this stuff just for the ability to break it down and have like, you know, have things like Kevlar and Nomex. That seems like it would be super handy. So let's grab everything around us. Press A, and then do south. So we'll just move everything around us to the south, and then I'll move everything from there into our cart. What's our cart doing right now? How's it looking? We're at 92 out of 150, so still feeling pretty good on the cart. We are not draining our stamina by pushing the cart either. I think I'd love to... Hang on. Clean water. Damn it. It is clean water. How did I screw this up? Remember, I was having so much trouble with figuring out the water on our RV. Yeah, so if I come over here, sure enough, I can go ahead and fill a container or have a drink because it is clean water, and that makes plenty of space. Or plenty of sense. I don't know why it's not space. I might come back up here and try to snag this RV, or... Hang on, let's try this. Let's do this and this. Can I shuffle everything over? I can. I can fold the vehicle up. Did I leave it here? Get items on the ground. It's underneath me. Wield that. Close the door. Drop that into the storage bin. Okay. Can I start this car up? You don't find any keys in the car. Attempt to hotwire the vehicle. Oh god, this is going to be horrible. Let's not do that. So, in order to... We do have a screwdriver. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's be careful. I'm going to unfold the cart. I'm going to transfer everything back into said cart, because it only takes me a couple seconds to do this. Okay, now we're going to try to hotwire the RV. This wire will start the engine, okay? Fails to start. Fails to start. Fails to start. Crap. Bangs as it starts. So it's not going to start whatsoever. It is super, super faulty. Can I tell what's wrong with it at a glance? If I try to do repair on the engine, is it mend? Oh, yeah. So if you do mend, it tells you what it needs. Faulty starter motor and a faulty drive belt. So it required to initially start the engine. We're not going to get anywhere without a starter engine. Okay, so let's go ahead and head out of here then. Glad we kind of did that. That way we didn't sit here with our thumb up our butt, waiting for all the zombies to attack us. Okay, there's another electronics store to the east. Hello, zombie friend. I think I hear a bunch of you. Let's go ahead and skate out of here. And by skate, I mean walk, because we don't have skates right now. Sad day. Sad day without the skates. All right, one more intersect. God, you little bugger. Go away. Tiny children. Always the bane of our existence. This is an ice cream truck. So freaking cool. Let me let go of my cart real quick. Plastic bag of meat jerky. That's a strange thing to keep inside of an ice cream truck, but that's fine. Ooh, deluxe sandwiches. Not even real normal sandwiches, but some super fancy sandwiches. I'm super excited. One more across this intersection should be the... Did you just hit my cart? No. Should be the electronics store. So let's sprint over there. I'm going to try to lose this zombie by sprinting out of his direction. We're going to be a little bit tired, but I think I'm okay now. Start walking again. Taser. Hey, that sounds fun. I have no idea what we're going to use a taser against, but why not? More soldering irons. Yes, a vibrator. Absolutely will take a vibrator. Look here. Don't judge. You would too if it was a boring, sad apocalypse. Smartphone. More solder. We'll take that. Grab the soldering iron. More solder. SD card. Smart. I'm just going to get everything and see what we can disassemble from it all. Heavy battery cell might be really useful. I don't think we need it from the Game Boy. That might have been something I could disassemble. Those copper wire. Tons of copper wire. That's going to help us do a lot of electronics later on. I wish I would have seen a book here. Would have been nice to maybe get electronics books or something like that. Is there a library of any sort on the town? No library. What about book? There is a bookstore in Pulteney, and that's it. Okay, fair enough. So if we go down one more street and hook a right, we will be at the craft shop and the hardware store. Craft shop might have something interesting. I've never stopped at a craft shop before, but it might be something of use to us. So once again, holding down the safe mode so I can spam my movement. You calm down there, Hulky. I don't want anything to do with you. Okay, still one more street. Would you all leave me alone? I'm just trying to go around and live my life without your interference, you know? Just trying to live a non-zombie life. So this is the craft store. I have no idea what's in the craft store. It's all freaking fenced in, too. Yeah. Why are you protected of stuff? Oh, God! No, 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 no! You go bugger yourself off. Come here. Over here. You leave my cart alone. Alright, let's wait a couple turns. We'll sprint around them. Grab said cart. Let's see. We can go through the gate here. We've got wires, which are going to be useful. Canvas sack with cement. I don't think we're going to need much more of this stuff. Pickaxe might come in handy. Quicklime. I don't even know what quicklime is for. We're going to grab it, though, because you know what? Why not? We've got a helmet here, hard hat. We could probably make something out of that. A bunch of circular saws. We'll grab one of them. I don't know if we could use them at the moment or not. A flyer inside of the cart, a long rope, and a concrete mixer. Sure, we'll just casually carry a concrete mixer in our backpack. That sounds super, super easy. All right, let's sprint out of the building. I think these are automatic doors. Yay! Okay, cool. So we're out of the hardware store. We visited all the stuff in this area. What's right around us? There is a veterinarian station. Although, at the moment, I think we're really safe on medicine. We have a ton of medicine at the moment, so I think I'm okay with that. Otherwise, there's a pharmacy, a house to the south, a dojo, which we've visited before. This is pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the cart home, and I'll meet you guys back at the base. All right, we are homeward bound. We were just around the corner from the base, and we did a pretty successful run, I think. Quite a bit of parts for both vehicle and also for the base itself. So if I look at the items inside, we've got tons of clothing we can break down. We'll have ourselves a celebratory apple cider. Delicious. Let's also go ahead and bring everything inside. I'll push it here. I'm going to go ahead and fold the cart so everything kind of falls on the ground. We'll go ahead and do the carry option. Still like the best thing I've learned from you guys was this very cool carry feature. Oh, look, our fire's still like roaring, rocking and rolling here. We'll stop hauling our items now. I'll go ahead and grab a bit of water since we are right here, and a little bit more water. We'll go ahead and go take a nap, I think. It's about 5 in the morning. I don't know. Let's wait until we're maybe really tired. Let's do a little bit more cooking. Get ourselves... We can't cook a bolt. No, we're going to cook ourselves bird food? I don't think we want that. Deluxe scrambled eggs. Why not? Dang it, one more thing I forgot about. Remember, Sarah is a person who loves to eat at a table. So, if we were to, let's say we move, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Let's move the stuff to the right, to the northeast instead. The tank and the washboard. Come over here, grab one of these, sorry, run button, Shift G, not Shift D. There we go. Release the counter. Now if I eat here, I should get a bonus of 8 with a table. So we're going to get a +3. It's not really huge or anything like that, but it's a little bit of a bonus. And honestly, I think Sarah would go out of her way to just grab a little table and pull it over just so she's a little bit happier. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's bring the water down a notch. It's the water we had in the washboard. So everything's nice and close together. Super cool. Everything's in a big, huge pile here, which we'll take care of in a bit. But first, though, we will go ahead and head to bed. We've had ourselves... What am I hearing? You hear swish? I'm hearing stuff upstairs. I really don't want anybody to be beating on our bus. The RV of awesome. There's a monster over there, but there's nothing really super close to us. Okay, fair enough. One of the small concerns about the fact that we are really close to a city is you're going to have zombies coming to visit you pretty much like all the time. So I'm always a little bit afraid that I'm going to wake up one morning and our entire RV is going to be completely slaughtered. Although at this point, we can probably rebuild the dang thing. All right, we're going to save the game and sleep for the night. We'll just not set an alarm. We'll wake up whenever our heart desires. Another beautiful day in paradise. As the sun rises in our mind, it's actually kind of like almost setting at this point. What are our stats at? So Sarah is basically at 11, 10, 14, and 8. Pretty decent stats. Our dodging's really low because we are super, super over-encumbered, which is fine. And we've got all of our goodies here. So yeah, okay. So what are we doing for the rest of the episode? Well, I think I don't want to spend every moment, organizing everything. But I think, did we want to look up creating ourselves some steel plates? So steel plating is going to require glare protection, acetylene torch, 20 charges, and lumps of steel. Now we can even craft ourselves lumps of steel from... I thought we could. There it is. Oh, we need a crucible. Okay. Well, what do we need for the crucible then? To make ourselves a crucible, we would need 1 steel frame. Oh, that's super easy. So we need 1 steel sheet metal. Sorry, 1 sheet metal of 4. I think that means we have 4 overall. We only need 1. And all we need is a steel frame. So I can go upstairs, actually, and go ahead and probably sneak a steel frame from here. Let's just do 1. Go ahead and wield that steel frame. Close that. Go downstairs and drop it right next to us. Let's go ahead and put a fire on. I like in the use item, it tells you what the action descriptor is for the vibrator. You know. All right. What do we do with... It's somewhere. What do we do with our... What am I even thinking of? A acetylene torch? I've got too much stuff in my inventory. Let's go ahead and drop everything we've got in one spot, so I don't have to fight with it too much. I think I needed the flint. Flint and steel. There it is down there somewhere. Cool. Flint and steel. We'll go ahead and start ourselves a little bit of fire. One day I'm going to misclick and totally set the freaking bookshelf on fire, and it's going to ruin my game. It's funny how easy that could actually happen. I should probably, on that note, move the bookshelf away, but that's fine. We'll hope and pray for the moment. So that's all taken care of. We can now go into our menu and make a crucible. 1 crucible, please. How long is this going to take us? I should have checked the time before we started. Holy crap. It's taking a hot minute. Cool. We put the crucible on the counter. So our crucible is done. Now that we have a crucible, what kind of stuff can we make now? Wired sheet metal, other components, things like that. We can make a jackhammer. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. That is nuts. Look at all this crap we can make. Grappling hook? What does a grappling hook even do? Keep yourself useful and safe for falls. Really? You don't say. What a fascinating idea. Oh my god, the other list is massive right now. Someone told me that there's like a whole... can I search for anvil maybe? So we actually could almost make ourselves an anvil. We can pretty much make a blacksmith shop at this point. Is there like a blacksmith anything? No, there's not. It's just like all these different items you might need. Ooh, look how much fabrication stuff we know, by the way. We can build ourselves a dresser, a bookshelf, pretty much a lot of the stuff we would normally need. We could mine downstairs. Seriously, we could just, what, like, dig straight down and make our own underground barricade of awesomeness? That is so absolutely cool. I'd love to set up, like, a base out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe we'll try to do that one day. As long as we get ourselves enough fuel, and we've got a really nice, we've got a really nice safety net, we could set ourselves up somewhere in the middle where there's no threats, maybe somewhere that's relatively close to a road, things like that. Let's go back to steel. So, lump of steel is going to require a crucible and some chunks of steel. So I could probably make, let's see, this is 1 hour per lump of steel. So I think maybe instead 1 hour and 50. Oh, actually, it takes less time as you batch because you're like firing up and melting stuff down. We're a little bit hungry, but otherwise we're okay. Let's go ahead and do 10 lumps of steel. I guess maybe 8? I don't know. 10 lumps of steel are fine. Once we get this done, I think I'm going to go... You put your lumps of steel on the counter. Wonderful. I think we're going to go upstairs. We're going to take our lumps of steel. And I need to probably separate the things we're going to use for later. Let's take the acetylene torch. Actually, the acetylene torch is dead. So we can't use that anymore. There's a couple batteries we found. So that's pretty cool. How do we make a box? Let me test something out real quick. Let's see. Vehicle needs a frame, right? Okay, while the fire is going, let's go and make ourselves a frame. One wooden frame, please, and thank you, wooden frame. Then make from here, vehicle. I searched for it twice. Very, very nice. Start vehicle construction. Let's call it the charging station. Okay. So if we examine the vehicle, we would need a box. What is a box? So just a box means you can store items in here. Illuminated items in this space will not illuminate nearby squares. Wood box is going to need nail and wooden frame. All right. So if we had that, now if we want to extend this upwards a little bit, how and what I'm trying to think of what we're going to make here. I think it would just be a wooden frame, right? We would need another wooden frame and some nails to attach it. Wire basket. What can we put on the wooden frame? A bike rack. Okay, we've got a seat. I'm going to drag this into here. If I'm right here on top of this, can I grab the items from around me in order to do an install? I can. It's actually pulling everything from everywhere. So here's the seat. Foldable seat. A crude seat, too uncomfortable to sleep in. You need to be in a seat or saddle to operate vehicle controls. So this is kind of what I'm looking for, right? It's going to be a foldable seat. So if we install a seat here. Okay, we got a foldable seat on top of our wooden frame. How would we be able to... Oh, there's the saddle I was thinking of. A padded wedge that you straddle, like a bicycle or motorcycle. You need to be in a seat or saddle. Did this require us to have... Oh, God, did I just break the game? I hope I didn't. Passenger Sarah Brown is already there. Okay, so does that mean it didn't like us being... I guess it didn't like it matter too much. It still installed the thing. Can I remove the foldable seat? Okay, so all we needed was the saddle here. So this is the saddle. What I was thinking about was some kind of a control. So, like pedals? Are we going to need pedals? Foot pedals, yeah. We would need one foot crank. Okay, and I don't think we would know how to make a foot crank. Oh, sure enough, we actually do. God, this game is so insane sometimes. There's our foot crank. Examine vehicle, install foot pedals. This is so cool. So can we get on this now? Can I use it? The charging station's engine fails to start. The charging station's mechanism is out of reach. I'm going to have to experiment with this a little bit, but what I'm kind of thinking of is a stationary bike that you pedal in order to charge up a battery. And on the inside of that battery is where we're going to have our items that might charge up one day. This isn't a very pressing project, but it was just something that was spur of the moment that I wanted to think about. So at least we've started it and we know a little bit more about what we can do with it. God, that's so freaking cool. I'm going to spend some time, I think, kind of organizing things just a little bit. Stuff is kind of all over the place for a minute. So let me do a little bit of Marie Kondo up in here and I will be right back. Alrighty, everything is organized and kind of put into its appropriate place, as all things in life should be. So, where do we want to go from here? I want to go back and take a look at our torch. We've got a bunch of acetylene torches left, don't we? Ooh, are they all empty? Uh-oh. We might be in a little bit of trouble if we don't have any more torches that have a charge to them. I'm not really entirely sure at the moment how to charge things. We got welding tanks, right? Do we actually have a welder, though? We do. But the welder, does the welder have a charge? If I try to reload it with R, it's not letting me do anything here. So if I pick up the welder, activate, repair aluminum, has a charge of 0 but needs 5. So if I picked up the welder tank, where did that go to? If I pick up one welding tank, change side wheeled throw. It's a magazine, okay, but it doesn't seem like I can do anything with any of these. Needs at least 5 charges. When welder, I don't seem to be able to actually like do a recharge with. Is the compatible magazine? Oh, medium battery cell. That's what we would have to use in here. It's a battery-powered tool for welding metal pieces together. Oh, so it's not a tank-powered thing. Well, don't we actually have... Go up here to press R. I can't really reload right now. You have nothing to read. Where's my battery? Medium battery cell right here. So if I do this, and I go into the welder... Wouldn't I be able to reload from here? Reload. Eject medium battery cell. Oh, it's an empty battery cell right now. Okay. You reload the welder. Okay, so it actually got the charge back. So I found some medium batteries, and that's all we really needed. That's fine. So we have those items. I also need to grab... Do I still have my... I don't think I have it. Let me grab my goggle. And that's about it for now. We'll come back down and grab whatever parts we need. I just wanted to look at our van, or at our RV, to see roughly where we were at. So, we wanted to do some repair work, right? We wanted to repair all the frames first off. I've pretty much pulled up anything that I don't want to have. And so we're going to put down like flooring here, aisle with lights or something like that if we want to. We can even remove the aisle with lighting and just have it as normal aisles if we wanted to. I think I want to remove... Did we already remove the water tank? I think we did. There's the cold water. So I could do an advanced move here. Move the metal tank across here. Do we have another metal tank that's empty? Metal tank 60 liters. Yeah, so I can do another one of these. So the 60L water tank. Get my little grab on. Go downstairs. Yada yada. Come over here by the fire. If I just stop hauling things, can I just go ahead and say I want to... I don't know. Just boil a crap ton of water. Did I put boiled water? Oh, boiled noodles on the counter. Lovely. Really quickly eat my boiled noodles. Mmm. Plain old noodles. Delicious. Delicious. Let's go ahead and do a batch of clean water. 20 clean water. Pour into a container. Empty metal tank, right? I mean, or we could actually fill up our other clean water tank, which we've done before. Let's just keep doing that. Repeat the order. See that. All right, I'm going to do this for a bit and fill up our tank. Okay, so this should be the last one. So all we need now is 8 units of water. We'll just do a batch of 8, I guess. Make that, pour it into a container, and put it in there. Cool. So we now have a container of clean water, 60 liter. Let's wield this bad boy and go back. Oh, we're a little bit tired. Let's actually drop it and carry it instead. Sorry for the heartbeat heart attack. And now, if I were to be so inclined, I could go back over here. Let's remove the funnel. I don't trust this funnel. I need screwdriving right now. So let me... Am I stopped? I'm still gathering stuff or carrying stuff. Let's grab my screwdriver. Go here. Oh, you know what? I'm so dumb. I think I'm carrying a bunch of sheet metal because I walked over it, and I still have these auto pickup things on. Let's go ahead and turn these off. Disable, disable, steel and metal. That's fine. Everything else I wouldn't mind carrying around. Oops. I actually would have to save those changes, huh? Disable, disable. Yes. Cool. Examine the vehicle. Let's do an install, or sorry, a remove. First on the funnel. I don't know if it's the funnel that instantly breaks it or not. And then install in the same spot our... Why can't I do my tank? Oh, it has to be empty? That's well, that's fine. Hang on. That's okay, I think, right? We don't have an empty tank. We've got full tanks. This is water here. I think I can get this done. Let's go downstairs again. Let's grab a hose. Where ist mein Hose? Is it upstairs here on the pile? Funnel. Where did I put the hose at? My life eternal for a hose. Did I put the stupid hose? Uh-oh. I've lost said hose, folks. Let's search for everything. Alright, I have no idea where my little hose went. Where has my hose gone? Either way, I can go ahead and grab the empty metal tank. First, let me drop a bunch of this steel stuff off that is carrying, or that's weighing a crap ton of weight here. Welding tank as well. Let's go ahead and wield or attach our bow swing or longbow to our bow sling. Grab the tank, wheel the tank. Upstairs. Drop it off here. So now, if we go back to that same spot, somewhere over here, I think it's just fine. Install vehicle tank 60L, right? So the tank has been installed. I can do a little bit of repair work on it too with the welder. Cool, we've repaired that. Now if I go to my equip here, grab the clean water, let's wield it. Press I to go to inventory, and then I think if I unload it, I should fill into RV. Sure enough, there we go. We've taken our clean water in the 60-liter tank, unloaded it into our RV, and sweet mother of goodness, I can take a damn drink from the sink. This has bothered me for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes now. Holy crap, what a nightmare. And I almost want to put the funnel back on, but I'm terrified to do it. I don't think I'm going to do the funnel thing again, because it seems like we should be able to do, like I think if we just pull our RV up next to a river, we start ourselves a small fire, we should be able to boil enough water to fill a tank and then dump it into our RV. And that's that. We do that maybe once. I mean, how much is this going to be? You know, that's a ton of water we just got. We might drink maybe 3 or 4 drinks a day. That's going to last us for quite a long time. So spending one day of our character's life, you know, kind of doing that work doesn't seem too bad. All right, what's our situation like around here? We see a couple of zombies. No one sees us yet. Okay, I'm going to go back inside. Oops, I'm going to drop... I still love that I've got this stupid refrigerator here. It's just blocking the way at this point. I'll set that on the top of the stairs. Let me grab a bit of... we'll do this. We'll do an advanced move. And we're going to say... Move it to the south. Steel. Oh my god, I just moved everything around me into one pile. Oh, I pine for an undo button. But that's fine. This is fine. This is completely fine. We'll do steel here. I'm going to go back and clean that up at some point down the road. Move all of the steel. Cool. Lump of steel. Chunk of steel. I think I wanted to grab... am I carrying anything? Did I actually start grabbing steel stuff? No. Wanted to grab... scrap metal. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do metal on the side to the right. And we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do this stuff here. We're going to do scrap metal, sheet metal, sheet metal, sheet metal, small sheet metal. Then I'm going to carry the whole pile. Cool. Go upstairs, take 1,000 years, stop carrying everything. Now we pretty much should be able to craft any damn thing we ever wanted in life. The only thing that's holding us back is going to be our charges on the welder. How do we repair the vehicle battery? Just like that. How about that? We'll use the acetylene torch a bit. Repair some roof damage with the welder. That's fine. Repair the aisle, I suppose. Heard shuffling? Heard brush? Are you in the freaking bush, you bastards? Let me start sprinting just to make sure we don't get ambushed here. Yeah, you little sneaky bugger. Let's go ahead and wield our bow. Activate our sling bow. That actually was really fast. It didn't take me a long time at all to pull that out. No. Ignore the damage. Oh god, yes. Okay, that was a horrible idea. Sprint away. There we go. Good, solid, clean kill. Ooh, beef jerky and a permanent marker. I don't think we need that. Alright. We have defeated our enemy, so we shall feast upon his snacks. Cold beef jerky. There we go. Beautiful. Go ahead and go inside here and grab a bit of a drink, because I'm really excited to even be able to drink from here. Yay! Oh, you sneaky shit. Well, we're gonna beat the crap out of it with our freaking... were we whacking it with our longbow? That's funny. there anyone else that wants to come fight? I don't think so. I don't hear anything else. You big jerks. Alright. Go ahead and apply our bow sling again with the longbow. And now, what else can we wind up doing here? So, how do we want to lay out the RV? We already have a fridge. We already have a stove with a hot plate. A hot plate is really great. That's all you need for cooking, pretty much, I think. As long as you've got, like, a pot or something on it. Do we want to put more... If we're going to be crafting... I'm trying to think. It's a 2-tile radius. So if we put storage here, here, and here, and we put something like a seat here, we should have enough storage for, you know, crafting space for anything. Do we need to do anything else other than, like, turn this vehicle into a big storage bus? I guess I don't even know what kind of options we have. So into the open gap, we could install a bunch of different stuff here. Tanks, stow boards don't seem all that interesting. I would love, like, a, what would you call that? A turret. A turret mount is going to require an actual turret mount, which we could probably just disassemble here from the Humvee, right? Or the tank. So there's a turret mount. If we were to remove the turret mount, honest, is that all we needed? Remove the welder? Oh, we just repaired it. Of course, I'm so dumb. Turret mount. To remove this, we need a tool of lifting or strength of 1. Remove the attached mounted weapon first, which is a mounted 240, which is actually pretty easy to dismount. Go ahead and grab a turret mount. A tool with metal sawing of 1 or more. Okay, fair enough. That seems logical. Grab the wrench, and we'll also grab a... Where did my freaking tools go? I feel like I've lost a batch of tools somewhere. Because I had a hacksaw, didn't I? Somewhere I did. Let me do all. Reset the search. Hack. Saw. What in the heck? That awkward moment when you feel like you've lost, you know, well, obviously you're mine, number 1, but number 2, half the things you used to have. There we go. There's a hacksaw, a spare hacksaw over there. We'll grab that and go back upstairs. I'm sure I've just moved it from point A to point B, and I don't remember where the heck I had it. Okay, so go over to the turret mount. Remove said turret mount. We now have said turret mount. Let's go ahead and drag this over to our bus. Oh my god, are we about to turn this into a freaking battle bus? I am beyond excited right now. Install turret mount. Does it matter? Does it have to have... Are there angles at all? Do we have to respect certain angles of the game? Like, if we put it on the front of our vehicle, is that going to affect how it works? If we just do install, I guess we could just install it. No, let's not do this unless it gets closer. Use the welder. We now have an awesome turret mount. Let's repair that frame. Repair the roof as well. I'm so freaking amused. Turret, we can go ahead and install a mounted 240. Oh, we need rifles too. Wait, it can be fired from the vehicle controls. What's the difference between a mounted 240 and an M240 turret? I'm really confused here. This requires mechanics of 4, one M240. This requires 9 minutes, but rifles 2. A heavy vehicle mounted in the turret. It looks like this one is more integrated. We're actually we're attaching this to the vehicle more directly, I guess. We'll do it. I mean, it seems like it's fine. Distant rumble of thunder. Let's go ahead and repair our M240. That's so awesome. We now have a turret on our bus, on our RV. Do I have any M240 rounds? 7.62, that should be fine. We also have some ammo here as well. I don't know how ammunition works, but I guess we're about to find out when operating our tank battle bus. So if I press R here, I don't see anything that I'm doing. I'm trying to press R on top of this, but it doesn't seem to be working. So if I were to go here, go to the turret itself, and then what? Do I do refill maybe? I go to over on top of the turret, refill, press F. Nope, that's only going to go to the tanks. Okay, so I see the turret here. Install, repair, mend, siphon, unload. I don't quite know how to reload the vehicle. M240. Can I reload M240 turret manually? You need a compatible magazine to reload the M240. Okay, that's fine. I guess the 7.62, it does not come in the appropriate magazine, I'm guessing. I don't know much about it, to be fair. Can I unload it by chance? I don't think I can unload it. That option was grayed out, if I remember right. Here's the M240 turret, and there is no unload button. Has no solid fuel left to reload. Okay. I mean, we're learning. This is going to be kind of about exploration, so it's pretty fun either way. We still can do more stuff with this. We have a 5-point harness to really super protect ourselves. We could rip out a bunch of heavy-duty frames and put those on the front of the vehicle. Ooh, military composite armor plating. I can remove this stuff, and then I can put it on... Will we put it on over across the front of our vehicle overall? Military composite armor plating? That is so flippin' cool. Alright, so we've got ourselves some composite armor plating up front. So this is a half-height metal wall. Oh, that's the quarter panel. Armor plate will partially protect other components on the same frame from damage. Very, very cool. So this is going to make the front of our vehicle just a little bit stronger. And I can do this across the board. I can remove all of this plating. I can remove all this plating from every part of the tank and put it on our RV. I just don't know at what point the wheels, the engine and the wheels will be able to keep up with the weight of all of this gear. So that'll be something that I have to explore a bit. Alright, so this has been a rather long episode, and I am trying to, I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but I will try to extend these videos out just a bit. We're going to be going for about 45 minutes to an hour per episode, because I think that it's one of these games that you really have to sit into and dig into, and you know, to be able to get in the mood and kind of get in the spirit of Cataclysm. So I hope that's okay with you guys. Let me know if it's not. If you want me to go back to 30-minute videos, I can do that as well, or we can keep it as is at 40-minute to an hour videos. And I think there's a pretty dedicated group of people who are watching these right now. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your feedback and all the help in Discord as well. I'm really excited to continue on. Maybe next episode we will, and honestly, between episodes, I will work on kind of completing our RV to the point where we're comfortable driving it around. I'm waiting for, you know, any other ideas of inspiration to strike. So if you have more ideas about what we could put on the RV, please do let me know. I'd also love to maybe put some more gas tanks on the vehicle, even if it's just storage tanks sitting, you know, hanging off the back, would be a really great idea. Can we do external types of tanks, like if we do back here in the back of the truck? We could do external things. We could do an external tank. That could be fine. Super, super cool. Different chassis here. The Ram, of course, is something that I'd really love to do. The Ram is going to require what now? If we wanted to do the steel Ram, it just requires steel plating. So we could still put a steel Ram out in front. In fact, we might do that, because if you're going to Mad Max, you may as well Mad Max all the way. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead episode today. And until next time, my friends, I'll catch you later, and take care.